Here's how to install your Mandala active ventilation fan for your float tank. If you buy it complete from us, it will come like this, and all you need to do is stick it onto 1.5" PVC pipe. Your float tank may have a protruding piece of 1.5", or it may have a female socket that you just need to use a small section of pipe. You can buy that section of pipe from us, or you can provide it yourself. But it just press fits on there and you're good to go. This is meant to be unsupported. It's not a lot of weight. You just need to plug it in. If you purchase the DIY version, this is what you need to do. To get your fan, we have the recommended fan in the link. It's the Noctua NF-S12A FLX. So here's the kit that you get. What you'll want to do, you want the Noctua words lettering facing out, okay? So like this. But first you want to remove these rear vibration dampeners because they will create a little bit of space where air could get in from outside instead of inside the float tank. So then this will match up with the holes on the fan housing. So then what you do, you take these and stick them through the inside here, not from the outer one, but from the inner one. Get that through. It takes a little coercion. Then you pull on the back end of here, and that will make it nice and tight. So do that all the way around. You'll want to pull until the little flange goes through. Now we'll have it locked in place. All right, then we have it all sealed up there. Now that you've got all of these tabs pulled through to where they click into place and it's sealed all the way around on the edge, the next thing you're going to want to do is hook up the wires. This kit comes with two different resistance wires. One is for medium speed, one is for low speed. No resistance wire at all is for high speed. I don't recommend high speed for any kind of float tank. It's just too noisy. So the one I recommend is the RC12. That is more resistance. The bigger the number on these, the more resistance. So there's a RC10 and a 12. I recommend the 12, but you can experiment before you seal the wires. So all you do then is straight from the fan, you go into the resistance wire. From the resistance wire, you go into the 4-pin adapter. Like so. Now that you have the resistance wire and the 4-pin adapter on, then you can go to the power cord. So that's what this is meant to match up with. You'll want to be careful sticking this in so that they're lined up, because if not, one of the pins will push out the back and then it won't work. So we got those lined up. We just push it on there. Now you can test the airflow to make sure you have the right resistor on there. When you're done, you'll have two extra parts that came with the kit that you don't need. One's an extension wire, which if you need a little extra length, you could use this, but you will have to waterproof these junctions as well. So what I would recommend is use an extension cord instead, because you probably need to get more space than just this little 1 foot, I think it is. You'll also have an extra resistance wire. So once you've determined which speed you want, again, we recommend the low speed, RC12. Then you want to waterproof the connections. There are a lot of vulnerable spots in this where the humid air will get in and just destroy these connections. So the best thing you can do is going to be liquid electrical tape. There's lots of different brands of this. It's common stuff. You can get it at a local hardware store. And so what you'll do, it's very stinky, so you want to use it in a well-ventilated area, which is why I'm not going to break it open right now, right here, and put it on. But it has a brush that you brush on this rubbery stuff into all of these openings. And it doesn't matter if it touches the wires directly because it insulates them anyways. So you're going to want to then paint all of these connections, and in between, even where these plastic parts come together, you just want to seal it up really well. Especially on the end here as well, you'll want to paint that shut, as well as this seam between the two. You don't need to paint here because this is all plasticized, and that will get you all the way. So there you have it. And you can just leave this running the whole time that your float tank is operational. You might want to unplug it at night because then you'll have less air turnover in the float tank, so it will keep its heat better. But if you don't want any condensation on the lid of your traditional float tank in the morning, you could leave this running nonstop, no problem. These fans are consumable, so I would keep an extra fan on hand so you can swap it in real quick if one does fail. They should last for years, but you never know. The most important thing you can do is seal really well on all the junctions. So if you have a backup fan on hand, you'll also want to have a way to seal the junctions. Again, the liquid electrical tape is the best way, in my opinion. So there you have it, the Mandala float tank ventilation fan. It's extremely durable and simple, and it will improve the air quality and reduce condensation in your float tank. Thanks and enjoy.